Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. This is the first video I'm going to upload to my channel, and in fact this is the first project we're going to create together. We're going to create a word frequency counter using Django and Dropzone.js. We're going to write Python and some JavaScript code, and this is what we're going to have at the end of this video. So you can drag and drop your file here, or you can just choose your file, and it shows you the total number of words inside that file, and also you can have the most frequent words inside that file. Also, we are using chart.js to create some charts here, some interactive charts here, and we can see everything here. So let's start. I'm going to assume that you have some background knowledge about Python, but if you had any question regarding this project, please leave a comment. First of all, we need to create our Django project. We type Django admin start project. I'm going to call it Django DC. You can call it whatever you want. Django DC. Now you can see that we have created our Django project. We don't need any separate app for this project. We do everything here. First of all, we open up our settings.py. Here we need to define our templates directory. We type base dir templates. Also, we need to add static files. Here's here, just base dir static. So now let's create these two templates. So we are saying that inside our base dir, which is here, in fact, we have templates folder. So here we need to create a folder, call it templates, and also we need another one, call it static. So you can see that we have three folders here: Django DC, static, and templates. We have nothing inside these two for now. Now we're done with settings.py. We can close it and open up our urls.py. We can get rid of this and type from Django.conf import settings, from Django.conf.urls.static import static, and here we're saying that if settings.debug urls static settings static URL and document root will be settings dot static root. In fact, we're handling with these static files here. So we say whenever we were on debug mode, which is true right now, we are adding this to our URL pattern, our URL pattern. So far so good. Now we need to create a file. Since we have no separate application, we need to create our views.py here. So we just type views.py. We want to create a class-based view. So we type from Django.shortcuts import render from Django Django.http import JSON response, and from Django.views.generic import template view. Now we create our class, we call it main view, which inherits from template view, and inside that we only define our templates, so it is main.html. We create this in a moment. Now we go back inside our urls.py, inside from dot import views. Here we say path will be views dot main view as view, and the name is main view. So we have another path here, and now let's create our views here. Inside templates folder we need to create two files. One is base.html and the another one is main.html. Okay, we start with our base.html. I'm not going to type it again, I've prepared already my base.html, so I will copy that, paste it here, tell you what is it about. You can see that we are loading static tags, and here we are referring to our static folder and our style.css and our main.js. So let's create these two files. So we say styles.css and also main.js. We have nothing inside them for now, and as you can see, we are referring into these two files. Also, we are using Bootstrap to design our page and make it more better. So if you open up Bootstrap documentation, here you can find this link. You can copy it, get rid of these things, and you're done. We have two blogs here, blog title and blog content, and we are using jQuery, a bit jQuery we need. And as you can see, we have this differ here, which it specifies whenever we are parsing the page, this specific script will be downloaded, but it will be executed after the page has finished parsing. Now we can go inside our main.html and extends from our base.html file. So extends base.html. Now we can copy these, print it here. Whatever we're going to have inside our main.html, it must be inside this blog content. Let's just type hello, and let's change the directory to Django DZ and run the server. Server is running. Let's create and run our local host, and you can see that we have this hello. Now let's also have our blog title here. So we just call it word counter. So now I think we can create our Dropzone box. Open up your browser, and if you come here inside your Dropzone, you can Dropzone documentation, you can find the documentation here. And what do we need is in fact to come inside this installation. Here, standalone file. Let's copy it. Doesn't work. It seems it doesn't work yet. So we copy it in this way. Add it here. So we just type Dropzone. Add it here. And now let's go back on main.html. Here inside setup, fallback for no JavaScript. Again, it doesn't work, so we need to copy that. We copy it here. We will make an ID for this form. So we just type my Dropzone. We write upload here for this action. I'll tell you what is it about. And we have post. Method is post. Since we're using the post method, we need CSRF token. So we just type CSRF token. Okay, here we got it. And if you reload the page, you can see that we have this Dropzone box, but nothing works yet. Yeah, I can open up and choose a file, but nothing works for now. Let's go back inside our views.py. We need to create a function for handling whenever we are uploading a file. So we just type def upload document gets the request. We say if request that method equals to post, we get the file. So file will be requested files that get file. So this file in fact is here. You have this file here, and just print that file and return JSON response one true. Okay, and let's go inside our urls.py and create another path. Type path upload views.upload document. We call it upload document. So we have it here. And as you can see here, we're just saying whenever we post a file, we upload a file, go to this URL, and this URL is referring to our viewed upload document view. And here inside the upload document, inside our upload document view, we check that if the request is post, we get the file and we print the file, and also return a JSON response. So let's reload it, try to upload one, and as you can see, we have uploaded and we got the file here. So everything is good for now. What is our next step? Our next step is to calculate the number of words inside that file. To do so, we will create another file here. We call it utils.py. I'm going to use python-docx. If you haven't installed it, you can just install it using python pip install python-docx. So let's just import that from docs, import document, and now let's create our function. We call it def count words, which take a file, and say total number or total words counter is 0. Now let's get the document. We say document is the file, and let's print the document. We need to import here from utils. So let's go back to views.py and import it. From utils, import count words, and instead of this print we have this count words, so it comes here and print the document. Let's upload the file again, and you can see that we have an object document.docs.document.document, and this object, for this object, if you check the documentation, you can see that we have paragraphs, and we can in fact get the paragraphs inside that document. So just type paragraphs. Let's reload let's add a file again. So you can see now we have an object of paragraph, and this paragraph object, in fact, it has text. So as you can see, it's a string formed by concatenating the text of each one in the document, in the paragraph. So if I open up my file, you can see that I have one paragraph here. Let's have it 2, save it, and try to upload it again, and you can see now I have 2, and not 2, even 3 paragraphs here. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so we can iterate over these paragraphs and get the text, in fact. Now let's say for para in document that paragraphs print para dot text. Now let's run server again, reload it again, and upload file. As you can see, we have our text here. So what we need now, since we are going to count number of occurrence of each specific word, we need to make a words list. So let's do it in this way. we say words list will be para the text dot lower, because just imagine that we have inside our document we have do and do, so we want to consider them as one word, so we just want to consider them as do. Okay, and we just split it, sorry, dot split. Okay, now we have the words list. We can print it and see what do we have here. In fact, let's try again. Upload the file, and you can see we have a list of words. In fact, two lists, since we have two paragraphs. Okay, what's next? Let's make this work. So let's just type that, as you can see, that we got the text, in fact, so now we can get it by length. So if we just get the length of this words list, we can say that how many words do we have, and we can add it into this total words counter. So let's just type total words counter. We'll add the length of this. Even we don't need the lower here. And we can print total words counter here. Let's try again. You can see that we have 68 words here. If we come here and check our words, you can see that we have 68. Okay. We have only one paragraph for now inside this file. Close it. Now what do we need? We need to count the numbers for each specific word. For example, here we're going to count that how many do we have, how many before we have, how many people we have. So I can see we have 2 do here. Let's do it in this way. We have lots of options here. We can import counter from collection and do it in that way. We can use default dict. There are lots of options, but we just do it in simple way. We just define the words dict here, an empty dictionary here, and say that we need another for loop here. We need another for loop, and we can iterate over the word list. So we say for word in words list, we need to have a try and except here. So we say that words dict word plus sign 1, so we add 1 to this specific word, and we accept key error. So let me just type and I'll tell you what's gonna happen. And word, assign it to 1. So what's gonna happen in fact here? We have this list. Let me bring it again. We have this list, and whenever we are trying to add and count it, we just say, for example, when we don't have any key inside this word sticked, so it will raise an error, it will raise a key error. So we are accepting that error and say if there was no key inside that word sticked for when, create one and assign one as a value for that specific key. So in this way, the next time we see the when, we can say it's the second time we have this when inside our files. Yeah. So this is what we're doing here, in fact. And now, if we print our word sticked, and try to upload a file again, you can see that here we have this dictionary, and when is 1, and is 1, open 1, what is 2, and you can see the rest. Let's even make it better and make it kind of sorted dictionary. So we are going to sort it by these values. So first we are going to have these 2s, and then we have 1s. Also, let me just try something here and show you. Okay, just imagine that we have this test dictionary, and inside that we have when 1, 2, 2, and y is and 3, or 1 again. So we are going to sort this dictionary. If we just say that for word or for key value in test dict dot items, print kb, let's run this cell. So you see that we get a tuple here when is the key and the value is 1, 2 is the key again and the value, so we got a tuple. And now we are going to sort this dictionary. We are going to use sorted function. So in this way we can say that test dict will be dict and sorted. We are taking test dict dot items, and we need a key here, in fact, to sort that dictionary. So as you can see here, we have value and key. We are going to sort our dictionary based on this key. So the index 0 is when, and index 1 is this value. So on again on index 0 we have the key, and on index 1 we have the value. We got here the key is lambda kv1. So kv stands for key value, and we got that sorted, but it will sort from 1 to 2. So if I just print it here, you can see that we have 1, 1, and then 2. So we need another something here which is reverse, and we say it's true. So if we run it again, you see that that's what we want. So everything works here, and we can use this inside our function, and here say instead of this test stick we need word stick. And let's try it again. Run a file, upload a file, and you can see that we have it 2 2 2 2, and then we have 1. Let's get rid of these words, but we don't want all of them to be shown to us, so let's just make it only top 10. Let's again upload the file. Now you can see we have only top 10. Okay, everything's good here. We're done with this. We can simply now return our total words counter and our words ticked. So it's better to, it doesn't matter, but yeah, let's first get this and then. Okay, let's go back inside our views.py. Now what we can do, we can get those. So let's do it in this way. Get this, come here, and we got it. Now let's return these two, in fact. So instead of this, we're going to return this one, and after that we're going to return total words counter. Okay, let's run it again. Now we are sending back these two as a JSON response, and we need to get those inside our template. So now if you go into your main.html, you can do this thing. You can just say, just define a p tag, open up a p tag. Let's give it a Bootstrap class. We say margin top 5, and IDs, total number. So we close it and come here into our main.js. And here inside our main.js, that's where we need some JavaScript code. But I think it's enough for this episode, and we can continue this project on next episode. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope to see you soon.